want to push the mechanical stop button on the front panel, and then the alarm will sound, and you can mute the alarm using the alarm mute button here or on the front door. Relieve some of the pressure in the pressure vessels using the valves at the bottom. So we loosen the plug. We take the supplied drain hose. And you need a container, a bucket, or something to drain the fuel in. We want to open this ball valve and relieve some of the system pressure. You might hear a little bit of fuel flowing. Leave it open for 10 or 15 seconds, and then you can close the valve. And now we can open the top of the pressure vessels. Slide the lid out of the way. And when you look in the top, you can see that the fuel level is near the top of the filters. And we want to drain some fuel from the pressure vessel now. By opening the ball valve, we want to take up to a gallon of fuel out so you can see some of the filter media exposed. About 6 inches of filter media is enough. We repeat the same process for the other pressure vessel. We want to bring the fuel level down to about here before we try to remove the filter. So we open the ball valve and take about a half a gallon to a gallon of fuel out. And while that's working, we can open the pressure vessel. So with a gallon of fuel removed from each pressure vessel, we're now ready to remove the filter cartridges. So to remove the filters, pull straight up and slowly draw the filter out, letting the fuel drain from the filter. And you can rest the filter on the ridge inside the filter by the pressure vessel. I'll let the filter continue to drain, and repeat for the other filter. So after 10 or 15 minutes of allowing the filters to drain, you can move them to a disposal container. To insert the new filters, simply slide it inside the pressure vessel and just gently push until you feel the O-ring of the pressure vessel or the filter contact the stop inside the pressure vessel. And that's it. Repeat for the other side. So we can put the filter, the fuel we drained from the pressure vessels back in the system. And we can put all the fuel in one pressure vessel because the two are connected, and it'll balance the fuel across both of them. And then you can replace the tops of the pressure vessels. When replacing the lid on the pressure vessels, you want to tighten them enough that the O-ring in the top of the pressure vessel makes an adequate seal with the top. It doesn't have to be super tight, but enough that it makes a seal. But once Once you feel them stopping, you can tighten them a little more with a wrench or a pry bar to make sure that everything is nice and tight and making a good seal. You want to make sure that it's centered on the pressure vessel and it's not out of alignment, which may cause sealing problems. So it should be balanced all the way around. So once the pressure vessels are closed, we come back down to the bottom, insert our plugs for the drain valves, and you can remove the drain hose. These plugs don't have to be super tight as long as this ball valve is closed properly. So once the old fuel is back in the pressure vessels, we want to check and make sure that all the fittings are tight, pressure vessels are closed properly, and our ball valves and drain plugs are properly in place. And then we can come back over, release the mechanical stop button by twisting it, and then we can clear the alarm. And then put it in hand mode and run the system for a few minutes and just check for leaks.